Yo, it's your boy Coach K, and we back with another one. Today, I was very indecisive about what I wanted to work on, but I think I finally made my mind up now that I arrived at the gym. We're gonna do legs. I'm gonna mix and match. I might start out with legs, I might start out with back, but I know for my warm-up, I am gonna show you a few warm-ups that you can start using. All you need to do is make sure you grab your resistance band, and let's get to it. So like I said, grab a resistance band. I don't really recommend grabbing one that's extremely heavy or moderate. I already did my warm-up on cardio equipment. Y'all know how I get down. Very important to me. We're gonna just do 20 of these right here. Sometimes I forget to count, I'm gonna be real with y'all, but I think we're gonna be good. So this is light. I think this might actually, no, it's not very light, but it's definitely light. A cheat code too, when you're using resistance bands without the handles, I don't know if you saw me do this, but wrap your hands around and then always be mindful, depending on where your hands land, determine how much resistance it is. So if you're using a light band, you can just grip closer like this, wrap your hands around and get what you want from that too. You know what I mean? These little cheat codes do make a big difference. So like, I don't know if you can notice now, I'm not able to bring it to my chest, which is still allowing me to keep more tension in my shoulders. Good warm up right here. Nice clean 20, and we pulling through the elbows with this. So sometimes on my warm-ups, I switch between two, but this one I'm gonna just do the same one. I'm actually gonna turn around and show you that engagement. We pulling through, like I said, elbows. Nice clean 20. Trying to do 5 and switch around for you so you can get different angles. Whew, it's right here, money. Next, we're gonna go over top. Same thing, still pulling through the elbows. Still going 20. These two, I'm trying to tell y'all off the rip, gonna be a bit of a game changer before you get into what you're doing. I like resistance bands just to warm up, just because I feel like you actually get to activate the area without overstressing it. Sometimes doing bodyweight movements can overstress or strain the area. Mainly if you have, like I said, if you haven't properly warmed up, because not everybody's body can handle just doing bodyweight. So I do like to take that into consideration for some of those who are beginners. Nice clean 20. Another one of my favorites is to get those shoulders warmed up, because I will admit, chest is pretty tight. Some people like to do these with a, what is it, PVC pipe. I personally like to do them with a resistance band. But like I said, switch them up. This is a lot of the warm-ups that you don't really see me do before I actually get into the exercises. A lot of people do think I warm up with the exercises. Don't get me wrong, there has been a few times that I was tight on time that I skipped the treadmill. Well, not the treadmill, the elliptical, because I generally like to use the elliptical for 7 minutes. 7 minutes is really my go-to. If it's a point that I'm on like Instagram Live talking to the people, then at that point I might go 10 minutes. But 10 minutes is really a cap for me at the end of the day. Because like I said, when you start off your workouts with too much cardio, do understand that the energy is going to be dispensed to your cardio. And on top of that, that doesn't help you maximize building muscle for those who are looking to build muscle. That's another reason why I say try to separate the two, if anything. But if you want to, like I said, 7 to 10 minutes when you start off, well, I'll say 5 to 10 minutes when you start off, and then going from there, just finish off with after your resistance training, you can finish off with your cardio. I'm only doing 2 sets of these, 2 sets of 20 for both, and then I'm actually gonna go into my pull-ups. If it's a point you can't do these pull-ups, just do me a favor and start off with assisted pull-ups. Try and give you different angles. I think the funny thing is when you're somebody that's already in shape and somebody tell you exactly what to do, you kind of question why they said do it. Sometimes you gotta understand, you just need to do it and think and figure it out later. You feel me? So like I said, we're gonna start off with pull-ups. I'm a superset with resistance band rows. This to kind of warm up my legs a little bit and open up my hips. When I do resistance band rows, I personally like to do a squat pause, meaning you pausing in a squat, you pausing in a squat position. So we really gonna get to it. Another thing I actually am gonna implement on my resistance band, on my pull-ups, is when I do my pull-ups, I'm going to use hand grips just to kind of take some of the strain off my hands before we get into it. But the beautiful thing about today's workout is I'm actually about to start incorporating the weight belt in, just to kind of break some of the resistance so I can actually load my body with a little bit more weight. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, this is only gonna be my second workout of the week, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I do honestly think that my body did need a lot of the rest I was able to get. But at the end of the day, I am super excited about today's workout. And I didn't even come in like super late. Like, y'all know, super early. Y'all know how I like to get down sometimes those 2, 3 o'clock in the morning workouts. But this one, we ain't go too late for real. I'm gonna make sure we try to get our best to be in and out. And then remember, I'm gonna give you dialogue the entire routine. So just make sure you tap in so you can kind of get the understanding ins and outs of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Let's get it. So like I said, the first exercise I'm gonna do here is gonna be resistance band rows. These actually are just medium. I'm not too anxious to go, like I said, too heavy just yet, but do understand that we'll come within a program right now. So we going here, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Make sure you pull it from the elbows, abs nice and tight. Go back a little bit further next time just to create more resistance since this isn't too heavy. And that's one thing you can do. And we're gonna superset this, so we're gonna start off with rows and I'm gonna superset with the pull-ups. We're only gonna do about 10 pull-ups this time. Funny thing, is it just me? When you drink a lot of water before you get here, also on your way here, isn't it the worst when you walk into the gym and then use the bathroom? And then when you actually about to start working out, start getting into your workout, how you gotta use it again? Cause I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm a little faded. I don't really wanna use the bathroom right now because I'm, in the middle of what I'm about to do. But I hate when you gotta use the bathroom again. But we gonna get it in. But is it just me? Cause I can't stand that. Like I said, I'm only using this right here just to take a little bit of resistance off my forearms and my hands at the end of the day. One thing I used to do all the time was jump at the top, but I ain't on that work right now. We just gonna go right here, nice and clean. Not gonna fake sometimes when you first starting, yo, that kind of gets you. But I love how you feel when you start really getting busy and getting into it. Because, you know, once everything warm up, you'll get more of what you want. Let's get it. I'm actually going, like I said before, move back a little bit further just to create more resistance. And actually go a little bit lower with the squat. Still pulling through the elbows though, y'all. Trust me when I say that. You can start feeling those legs warm up, because remember, we're about to hit some legs. So, I got to admit, y'all, feeling big lazy. Big lazy. So I'm actually gonna switch it out and go ahead, jump to the top. You feel me? That's one. And as you can see, when I jump to the top, just to be safe, I'm not gonna use wrist wraps or wrist straps, whatever you wanna call them. But in this scenario, like I said, I was feeling lazy. So anytime I start feeling lazy, this already tells me I should start challenging myself a little bit more, just so I can start getting my mind together. Because there are gonna be some times that you don't feel like doing it. I am excited about being here, but like I said, I don't feel like I'm warmed up as much as I should be with me trying to get into this. But we're gonna make sure we get warmed up, you feel me? Like I said, challenge yourself a little bit more. And to be real with y'all, me using my hands actually felt a lot better the second set. So we already know we're moving in the right direction. We're gonna be what we want slowly but surely. And for those who do not know, pay attention to these videos, because like I said, we slowly but surely also about to start getting into those weighted pull-ups. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to do weighted pull-ups, make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe, and let's get busy. And this is gonna be the last set on this right here. Only doing 20, nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, one thing I do love about pull-ups though too, that shit open up your chest. Mainly if you're doing chin or chest to the bar. If you can do chest to the bar, you're on a different level. Let's get it. Remember, focus on that squeeze right here when you pull back. Squeeze your back as hard as you can. I don't know if you peeped that. We did first 20, not too slow, not too fast. Last 10, because it was a total of 30 on that last set. Guess what we did? We did 10 fast, as fast as you can, be explosive, but still chase that mind and muscle connection, contract the muscle as much as you can. And remember, when we're doing rows, we pulling through the elbows the entire time. So last 10 on this, back to the top. Nothing too crazy when you first start, remember that too. And one thing I do need y'all to make sure, when we're doing pull-ups, we should be driving through the abs. Make sure the abs are nice and controlled before you get into your pull-ups. Make sure your hand placement is solid. If you notice your first rep, that one hand is drawn in and the other one's a little bit wider, make your adjustments at the bottom of the actual pull-up. Don't make your adjustments at the top, just to give you a heads up. And like I said, sometimes if you want to be able to train the core and activate the core a little bit more, cross your feet and pull your knees back. You'll notice that it's a lot easier to build that nice solid drive so you're not kipping.